I'm Rebecca Gordon. This is my sister Sylvia Gordon, and on this episode, we're going to talk about the COVID-19 public health.
The public health emergency.
That's been going on since 2020.
So part of that is that you can't come into the country unless you have been vaccinated. And my mother-in-law can't get vaccinated because she's had an adverse reaction in the past. So she cannot get into the country. So every time they extend this, Dave is devastated again.
Oh.
So they extended the public health emergency
what are you
again.
talking about?
It's Dave's mom.
She
can't come.
Dave's mom. Okay.
So they just extended it to January.
Well, or past January. We're not really sure. It's the 20th extension.
Yeah, so it's been going on. They do it at 90 days at a time, right?
I'm a moron. It's the 12th extension.
They do it. And so how does it impact you in the insurance sphere?
So let's say that you have a lot of these SNPs. So what we're talking about is during COVID, during the Relief Act 2020, anybody on Medicaid, they didn't have to kind of, not re-qualify or certify, but what's the word? Help me.
No.
They had to prove that they were still Medicaid eligible.
Right.
So they put a hold on that. And so
nobody got kicked off.
We know that people, whenever these floodgates open, there's going to be thousands of people.
Millions.
Who don't qualify, or the letter came in the mail that they have to send in the proper paperwork to prove that they're still eligible. They don't get it. They don't read it. They get kicked off. I mean, this is going to be a massive, I would say a bad word, but I'm trying not to today.
It's going to be a bad word. It's going to be a bad word. So we've been waiting for it. Every time it expires, we're like, here we go. The phone's going to ring off the hook, and then they extend it. Of course, they were going to extend it until after the election. So here we are.
And it's going to impact your DSNP clients. So you, fabulous agent, if you have a big book, or any duals, these are the folks you need to be proactive and let them know what's coming down.
And it's harder to be proactive with your DSNP clients because a lot of them don't have email. A lot of them, so it's harder to get your information out. But you need to try email, text, call, get ahead of it and explain what's going to happen. Because a lot of people got a little inheritance or they made a little bit more money. Social Security is going up 8.7%. That's right. Because Social Security is having such a large cost of living increase, some people are going to lose benefits. Yeah. You can't decline your Social Security increase. You can decline an inheritance. You're like, whoa, don't go give me a $5,000 inheritance. Thank you anyway, but I'm going to lose $15,000 benefits. You cannot decline your Social Security. And so we already know so many people are going to lose benefits because of that. And like I said, it could happen in January. It could be kicked down the road another 90 days. But it's eventually going to happen. The system's going to work the way it was meant to work, is that only people on Medicaid are the people that qualify. And if you made a little bit too much, you're out.
Reading this, it says to January 11th, 2023.
Right.
I wonder if that'll...
I kind of feel like it's going to stick. I kind of feel like it's happening in January.
The states are supposed to give a 60-day written notice to your clients. So, what are we? November?
Uh-huh.
So they've gotten them.
I don't know if they did. I don't think the state would waste the money if they think it's going to get kicked. So, because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of money.
So
be prepared.
Yeah, just know this time bomb is going to go off eventually. I think people have become complacent because it's been years.
They just kick it.
But it is going to go off sooner or later. Let's talk about something else negative in our market, and that is, you can keep going on. There's a lot of these carriers. Go back to Oscar. Oscar completely is getting out of that advantage. Bright is scaling it back. I don't know who those guys are. Who's the other one? Clover. So a lot of smaller carriers have pulled back or are announcing they're not going to.
Which is kind of interesting because what we had seen previously is these smaller carriers coming into the market, they build themselves up, and then somebody acquires them. Right?
It was always a build to sell proposition. So if they're building it and not selling it, they're not making money.
Yeah, there's some leaks that they have to plug, and they're. And I believe, and I don't want to misspeak, but one of these carriers also pulled out of ACA.
Yeah,
they're just completely. So
It's interesting.
Interesting to see that.
The bigger carriers are stable, they're solid, they're profitable, and the guys that are trying to come into the market not having as easy time as they thought they would.
Yeah.
So that's all I have for today.
That's all I have for today. Good selling, folks.
Thanks for watching.